Hey Brian, I was just thinking about the Syrian revolution, and I'm curious what really kicked it off.
Oh yeah, that whole situation is so complex. I always get lost in the details of it.
Well, from what I've gathered, it wasn't just one thing. Syria had been under the same family's rule for decades, with very little freedom for people. Imagine living where you can't even speak your mind.
Wow, that sounds intense. So a lack of freedom was a big part of it, like people felt oppressed?
Exactly. And not just political freedom. The economy wasn't doing great either, especially for young people trying to find jobs. There was a lot of frustration building up.
Okay, so long-term problems. What about the immediate trigger then? Like what made it all explode?
That's where the Arab Spring comes in. Around 2011, there were big protests in other countries like Tunisia and Egypt, where people actually managed to change things.
Right, I remember hearing about those. So people in Syria saw that and thought, hey, maybe we can too?
Totally. It gave them hope and showed them that change was possible. Then, the real spark was in a city called Dara.
Dara? What happened there?
A group of teenagers wrote some anti-government graffiti. The government responded incredibly harshly, arresting and even torturing them. That just ignited everything.
Seriously? Just for graffiti? That's an extreme reaction.
I know, right? That severe crackdown on kids was the final straw. It made people realize how little their voices mattered, and the protests just spread like wildfire from there.
So years of frustration seeing other countries protest, and then a really harsh response to some graffiti. That makes a lot more sense now, Peter.
Yeah, it was a buildup of many things, all combining at the right or wrong time, depending on how you look at it.
I totally get it now. Thanks for breaking that down.